Hi everyone, this is Tracy from Inspired Chi. If you are returning, welcome back, and if you are new, welcome to the channel. We're going to do some exciting stuff this fall season. I have a lot of links in the information box below. So if you're one to plan ahead, all that information will be there, but I did want to share some exciting stuff with you first. Again, if you're new, you're going to choose between 1, 2, and 3, whatever pile that you feel in the thumbnail that you resonated with. Or if you're a numbers person, you can choose number 1, 2, or 3, and just kind of focus in on where you're drawn. And it's okay if you're drawn to more than one pile, but you want to focus in on where you're the most strongly drawn because that's where your message is going to be. The message that we're doing is a little bit Mercury retrograde, a little bit full moon energy and eclipses, and going into the fall equinox, which again, hopefully we'll have a different video out for you by then. But what I wanted to share with you, not only about the events that I'm going to go over, but we're doing a very special promotion for the entire month of September, and we are partnering with Hints from Heaven. Linda, her link is below. She's a wonderful angel card reader. And what we're going to do is anyone who posts a donation for Croydon Haunted Hollows, they are a wonderful nonprofit that takes place in Croydon, which is in the Bensalem-ish area in Pennsylvania, and they do a free haunt as well as a sensory haunt the week before Halloween and also the day of Halloween. We're going to be collecting treat donations, and I say treat because not everyone wants candy, but there will be multiple locations to drop off treats as donations. One will be Potheads Coffee House in Bensalem, and the other will be McCarthy Real Estate in Feasterville. So whatever you're the closest to, if you'd like to donate to that, that's amazing. I've also included the link below if you want to make a donation. Now here's the fun part. Any donations $10 and up will get 1 entry, and any donation $20 and up will get 2 entries. This will go on the entire month of September, and we will choose from those entries 2 people a week that will get a 10-minute personal message video sent to you. Now you're going to have to give us about 2 weeks to get to everyone, so you're not going to get it that day, but you absolutely will. And every week in September you have a chance to win. 2 people will be drawn every week in September, and it's all for a great cause. So there will be a link below where you'll be able to send your screenshot of your donation, and we will send all the entries through. And at the end of every week, we will choose 2 winners, one to be read by Hints from Heaven and one to be read by Inspired Chi. So we're doing that in lieu of the fall equinox tarot scopes, so we can connect with everyone out there, get as many messages to you guys as possible, and also raise money for a great cause. So that's really exciting, and can't wait for that. And then on September 21st, we're back at Leavenwell Fitness for a nervous system reset anxiety meditation. That will be in the evening on a Thursday evening. Information is in the box below. And we're back at Painting with a Twist on the 29th. And we've been having a really great time working with Painting with a Twist in Bensalem. Our dear friend Colleen, who happens to run Croydon Hollows, is the artist, and we will be doing another event there on the 29th. If you would like to come and paint and do some tarot stuff, it's always a lot of fun. And the best part about that is being able to spend an evening with many like-minded others. So many things coming up in October and November, but without further ado, let's get to your messages. And again, everything is in the information box below. Oh, hot tip. If you are going to be participating in our contests in October and November, just keep in mind that they will be based off of our subscribers. So we'll be rolling our subscribers into a lottery every month for October and also for November. So if you are a person that comes and sees these videos, I appreciate that support. But if you're not subscribed, you're going to want to do that, because that is how you enter to win for the October and November contest yet to be announced. Okay? All right, let's get started. Okay, ones, you have a Kipper card, a She-Who card, and a Tea Leaf card, as well as a Spirit card here before we get into your tarot messages. So let's start with your Spirit card. We have Take a Moment. Now is not the time to rush into the decision you're about to make. Before this important decision is made, take a moment to pause and quiet your mind so that you can ask your soul for guidance before you act or move forward. So you may be coming to this reading with a very specific question. If not, hang out to see if it resonates for you either way. But what I really love is, you have this coming out, the spirit card, but with the tea leaf card, you're getting candle. You will be shown the way. So it's almost like they're acknowledging you might be asking for a solution for a question, but also that the solutions that you need are coming and you will be shown. Tuning into your intuition is going to be a big part of that, but let's see what else is going to be said here. And just so you know, these she who cards are, applicable to he who or they who as well. This is just the way that the deck is written, but you have she who stands, Valencia, resolute and determined. Okay, so this kind of reminds me of the Seven of Wands, which talks about standing your ground and speaking up for what you know is right. A lot of throat chakra energy if you're a energy healer or have an interest in that. But really about standing your ground, and you're going to be shown the way even though you have a question. But I love the Kipper card coming in 15 if you're a numbers person. Success in love. Okay, this could be romantic love, this could be family love, but it just shows a lot of abundance and love around you. Okay, so if you've been feeling a little insecure in that department, please take that as some confirmation that that feeling shouldn't last for very long. All right, what other messages do we have here? Now keep in mind what we have, the Mercury retrograde until September 15th. And while, yes, it is true that Mercury retrograde, I'll take that because it flipped. Mercury retrograde can be really frustrating. There could be a lot of mix-ups, miscommunications, delays, frustrations, those kind of things. So if you're communicating with your loved ones, don't leave it to email or text to be misconstrued, especially if it's a very important conversation. Have that in person. But as well as the fact that, a lot of times, you can have an engine seize because you've been driving around with a check oil light on for 3 months. So just pay attention to that. But what the best part about Mercury retrograde is all this pain and triggers and things that you're reliving at this time are coming back up for healing. So that when it goes direct, you'll have a better idea of how to move ahead, with less pain and less baggage, if that makes any sense. So while, yes, it's going to be really frustrating to be in the Mercury retrograde energy, just think of it as something that's kind of coming through to peel layers off of you in kind of like an advanced way. I think I was just talking to my dear friend Stephanie, who I read as well, and it was kind of like, it's an accelerated class. Those 6 weeks to 8 weeks might be, really hard and frustrating because you have a lot more work to get done, but you're getting done something that would take, other people, 3 to 5 months to do because it's consolidated. So if you want to think of Mercury retrograde as consolidated healing, that might be a good way to view it. And just to spend some time being introspective, okay? So this fell out for you, which I love, which is the Queen of Pentacles, which is being very grounded, and see how she has her pentacles. She doesn't really need anything from anyone, and she's being very discerning about who she's going to give that to you too, because she can very much stand on her own. This is financially, in health, and in manifestations. And because she's a queen, she's reached a certain level of maturity, so she's been through a few things. She's not one that's going to be easily angered or aroused when someone's trying to push her buttons. Okay, you have the Four of Cups here, but you have it in reverse. Let's talk about this a second. So the Four of Cups upright would be kind of a feeling of grass is greener, like kind of apathetic, not that interested in the cups that are being offered, kind of needing something to kind of come in and get out of the stagnant energy. Because it's in reverse for you, it looks like an energy that, you've just been through that's kind of moving out of your energy. So I really like that. So you're going to have some reasons to be excited. So if there's been delays and things have seemed boring or you weren't really sure which directions to go, you're going to know immediately. You're going to be able to trust your instincts here. One of the cards that you have here, we'll throw another card on it too, is the Queen of Wands in reverse. This is sitting in your future energy, okay? And I just want to say the Queen of Wands in general is a really beautiful and fiery energy card, attractive, charismatic. But when that's in reverse, that's kind of like either you haven't been out much and you've been on a delay, or you might be encountering somebody who's like this, but can be a little bit manipulative, right? Because it's in that reversal period. So this may not be for all of you, but for some of you, if you're encountering somebody who you don't feel is very trustworthy when you're out and about, this wouldn't be somebody very close to you. This would be more of an acquaintance, maybe a coworker at that time. Just be a little leery of that because you have the She Who Stands card. So you might have to have a conversation with somebody and get a little stern in that way to set those boundaries. So that could be an energy here, but I think that's specifically because it's falling right under that card. But the present position energy that you're getting is a Six of Wands, which is lovely, which is marching to victory. So whatever you're dealing with right now, or that you came to this reading to know about, you have the victory card. So it may not turn out exactly how you expect, but ultimately you'll be victorious in the situation, and it'll turn out even better for you. But let me get another card on this one, because this Queen of Wands, just to make sure. Sometimes this comes up in reverse for me because it's saying, you know, that you haven't been out and about that much, right? That you have to go out and be seen and be loved. And a card just dropped. What is it? Hang on. Interesting. Seven of Cups. So this is talking about keeping your options open. All right. Let me get just another card for that Queen of Wands to see if we can get any more information for the Wands. But again, you know, beautiful energy, success, and love. This might even be like, you might be in a relationship and it's stable and you're happy, and you might have somebody come along who wants to play a little bit with your significant other, or is trying to flirt or trying to do something, and you might need to, you know, set a clear boundary. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, never forget here, because you have the Nine of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups, that you always have options and choices available. The Nine of Pentacles is the sister card to the Queen of Pentacles. So once you're going to have more than enough abundance to be able to take care of your own, and in success, definitely in career and life purpose. I love that you also have success in love. So if you're not having that in your present situation, or if you're not being respected in your present situation, say if there was a situation with another woman and it wasn't, or man, and it wasn't necessarily your partner being respectful towards you, or, you know, that kind of a thing. Just remember, these Seven of Cups tell you there's plenty of fish in the sea, and to be discerning about who is spending time in your energy. Because if you're in a relationship that's not working, maybe the success and love is down the line for you. Okay, never be afraid to be alone, to wait for something better. Because with that Queen of Pentacles and that Nine of Pentacles, it shows me that you're going to be just fine either way. Okay, so good luck. I hope that was helpful. But remember, candle, you will be shown the way. So when the fog lifts a little bit on this kind of backwards energy, it goes a little bit more direct around the 15th of the month, mid-month. It should be a little less foggy, and you will be in that space of victory, Wands. Okay, twos. We're coming in with your tea leaf card, your She-Who, a Kipper card, and a spirit card. Spirit messages, that is. As well as we will pull a couple of tarot cards in here to kind of sense the energy that you're kind of dealing with during this Mercury retrograde time and energy. So first of all, there's a lot of green in here, so we're definitely getting heart chakra energy. So there might be some healing to be done at this time. If you listen to one, or if you've heard me in any of these videos talk about Mercury retrograde being completely frustrating because of all the delays and the electrical problems and the car problems and all of that stuff, it's also an accelerated time for healing. So if you're being triggered a lot, take this time to be introspective, because you can heal. You know, it's almost like double time than, you know, than you would otherwise. So Mercury retrograde is kind of like ripping off a band-aid, if you will. And that looks like it's coming from your heart space, twos. So while your logical mind is dictating a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to follow an alternative path. The logical path might be one that you consider safe and more familiar, but you could be missing out on boundless opportunities and so much more. From the tea leaf card, you're getting a broken ring. So this could be parting of the ways in either romance or business. We'll pull some more tarot on that to get a little bit more of an idea of the energy around you at this time. And you're also getting She Who Creates. Shayla, creativity, originality, and spontaneity. And from the Kipper card, you're getting a journey. So I'm going to tell you the two energies I'm feeling before we pull these tarot cards in, okay? So if you're kind of feeling this in a business sense, and if you're thinking to yourself that your heart space would not be that deeply affected by a business situation, think again. Because when we put our heart and soul into something, especially if we trust into a partnership, that is something that we are proud of and we want to work out, and we're disappointed when it doesn't. Okay. Aside from investing in something that you had no passion over, this is true for most people that are in a business that they love. It's a heart-centered business, so they're going to take these things personally, and it's going to be painful sometimes. But if it's a business situation for you, you're getting this in career and life purpose, and there's some kind of a parting of the ways here. I actually see this going for you in your benefit. Now, it's going to be a bit of a journey, and you have to trust that if you're parting ways at this time, it's right to do so. But because you have the She Who Creates, I kind of feel like if you're in a business partnership, this may be your opportunity to kind of spread your wings and go out on your own a little bit and maybe do things a little bit differently than you were able to do with a partner or within the initial structure that you were in. Okay. Now, in Mercury retrograde, they talk about not signing contracts, but I feel like if something comes through for you to be able to get out of a contract at this time, excuse me, then it might be beneficial to do so. Okay, so let's look into your tarot cards a little bit more and see what we have here. We'll do a past, present, future, and underlying energy, and then if we have to throw another card or two on top of anything, we will do that as well. Now remember, these are pick-a-card readings. These are general because they're group. Not everything will resonate for you. If it does, it does. If it isn't, maybe it's not your reading. Feel free to check out other ones if you were drawn to, or again, just might be not hitting home for you this time. But let's see. Yeah, so yeah, there's the end of some partnership here that's on the horizon for you. And this could be something that already happened, that you're dealing with the fallout and the aftermath of this. But it's going to be really difficult to understand that this is happening for you, not to you. And again, it does feel very delicate, like it would be really disappointing because you have the Knight of Pentacles here. Like, look at that pentacle. This is something that you spend a lot of time with, planting a lot of seeds and doing that sort of a thing, okay? But this partnership is in reverse. So something about it's not working out. So again, this could be, you know, like a romantic partnership. This could be a family partnership. This could be a business partnership. But something about it in the present position is upside down. And when a partnership is upside down, it doesn't mean it was always that way or was always bad. Again, you know, I'm not saying that the person that you're in this partnership with is a terrible person, but I'm not reading for them, right? I'm reading for you. So what I have here is the Two of Cups, which is an upside down partnership, and the Ace of Cups in reverse, which this would be like love, something new that you're really excited about, and it's in reverse. So I feel like you might be dealing with a partner who maybe you know what the next step is to do and they're hesitant about it and they don't want to do it, but you feel called in your soul that that's what needs to happen. So that could be something that you're dealing with. You also have the King of Pentacles in reverse, all right? So if this King of Pentacles is upright, this is definitely a grounded energy, you know, having enough, having money. But the King of Pentacles in general is more traditional, kind of like the Hierophant, but not that high up. Just more of, you know, the mentality of like, well, this is the way that we've always done it. Why wouldn't we do it this way? That kind of energy, okay? So because this is underlying to you and you have this in reverse, I do feel like whatever restrictions were on you because of this partnership, whether you realize it at the time or not, that you've definitely outgrown that. So as painful as this time could be, accepting it with grace might be the best option for you, and being kind and being fair, because it looks like ultimately you're going to benefit from this separation. And I'll just get one last card. So if we can, you know, and again, if this is not your reading, don't make it fit. If everything's fine in your love life, don't look at this and then be like, you know, hey, start pulling at the seams. That's a lot of self-sabotage energy, and that's also rampant right now, so just be careful. Okay. However, if it's resonating fully and you didn't want to look at it and then it connects, that's a different story altogether. All right, let's end with one last card in this partnership. Just see if we have any other additional information that we can get on the best way to proceed here. Yeah, okay. So the Nine of Swords is extreme anxiety, okay? And it's in reverse, telling you do your very best. And I understand that anxiety just doesn't poof and go away, which is why I do a lot of classes on it, because I've been a lifelong sufferer of that, and I have to bring myself back all the time from that energy. But the Nine of Swords in reverse talks about stop worrying, okay? Come out of this energy. There, you've done everything that you can do. Allow this to happen, okay? One more. Yeah, the world is in reverse. You're kind of keeping this alive, but it needs to just, run its course for you. The world is in reverse because it's the end of a really important chapter, but it's in reverse because it hasn't really ended yet, okay? So, again, I'm really sorry if this is something you're going through. I know it can be really painful, a lot of work, maybe healing energy sitting in that heart space, but a lot of introspection at this time. Maybe do some journaling and be honest with yourself about how you really feel. Now, you don't have to deliver that information until after September 15th when Mercury goes direct, so it's not such a mess that you have to redo it, or that, things get misinterpreted. Just again, allow it to kind of dissipate with grace if you can. Okay? Good luck. Okay, threes, this is already starting out to be very specific. So if when I'm doing this reading, it does not resonate for you, remember this is a group reading and it may resonate for some of you, but not all of you. That being said, let's jump right in, because I'm getting a lot of energy about family court and court matters, and dealing with that, and getting prepared to, it could either be a custody, it could be divorce, it could be a lot of different ways this could go, okay? But you're getting, from the tea leaf cards, you're getting Seahorse, which is family matters. From the Kipper deck, you're getting the court, and number 23 could be an important date or number at this time. And from the She Who deck, which again could be they who or he who, this is just how the deck comes. She who prepares, formulate, strategize, and devise, okay? And it almost looks like someone who's a warrior that's going into battle. So it looks like this is a pretty heavy situation that you're dealing with, threes, and I'm sorry that that's coming through for you at this time with this energy. But I'm glad I can get you a message if that's what's happening, okay? You also have the card here, the Spirit card, Seek. Power of Spirit exists in all things. Everything is made of energy, and every single thing in your physical world contains a fragment of spirit, including you. We are all one with spirit and will always be connected to one another. And I get a lot of energy here of protection, okay? Now, if you're dealing with court matters because of, mistakes that you made in the past, own up to that and just try and do better. Like, do your best to continue to fix your life if that's what's happening. We all are human. We all have moments like that. And, working on loving yourself and forgiving yourself, and at the same time, working through this could be a very noble thing. And if you're someone that's on the other side of that you're dealing with somebody, not so savory, as an example, this could be somebody who was like a deadbeat dad and only pays child support so they don't throw him in jail, and only once in a while kind of crap, okay? There's a million ways this can kind of come out. Take it how it resonates for you, if it's resonating for you. But let's look into the tarot cards. You might have to get a few extra here because... if you did not catch the intro of the video, you're going to want to do that. There's contest rules, charities that we're dealing with, events that are coming up, and ways to win in September, in October, and in November. So I would definitely go back and listen to what I said at the beginning if you didn't. And also, if you're here just checking out the video, and if it resonates for you or you feel connected with this channel, then please subscribe, because that is how you will win in October and November. Oh, well, that's good. Okay, so first of all, this fell out. We haven't even pulled your cards out, but the Sun card is one of the most positive ones in the tarot deck, okay? So feel that there's going to be a positive outcome, okay? And just really believe and have faith that justice will be done and that you will align with it, because I love, if anything is going to just fly out. It's a beautiful card to fly out, okay? What else do we have here? Oof, yeah. All right, so Nine of Pentacles is in reverse. This is underlying energy. Okay, if it's upright, you have enough. You're good on your own. You don't need help from anybody, and you're free. And this is definitely in reverse. You're not feeling free. You might be having some financial problems. You might not be able to stand on your own fully for one reason or the other. This could be you or maybe a family member that you're dealing with, okay? You could be, having to go live with your sister. Your sister could be going to live with you. There's a lot of ways this could roll out. All right, but you have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So it looks like in the past you had a run of really bad luck, okay? And you're dealing with the aftermath and the fallout of that. So, in the other videos, I have a little bit more about Mercury retrograde, but again, it is a time where triggers come up for healing. It's also a time for a lot of delays and frustrations and miscommunications, okay? So this could be part of the string of bad luck, but you have the sun over you, and it definitely looks like there's going to be some movement. The Devil card being here, let's address the elephant in the room before we move on a little bit. This is also Capricorn energy, which is in January, okay? So this might be coming back, and you might be having to deal with it towards the end of December, the beginning of January again, or there could be a postponement or a second part of that, or simultaneously or by itself altogether. You could be dealing with devil energy, which comes through in multiple different ways, okay? There's a lot of addiction with the devil energy that it deals with. It could be substance, could be alcohol, could be food, could be sex, a million ways it could go. But it also deals with fears and the chains that we directly cause ourselves. And this is sitting in your future situation. Now, this just being a snapshot, we want to try and avoid that as much as possible, or at least protect ourselves and prepare. The energy you have right now is the Four of Pentacles, okay? But it's in reverse. So the Four of Pentacles upright talks about holding on and not being very open. And in reverse, this talks about, opening up a little bit. So you might have been dealing, maybe you're in a court situation with somebody and you never really explained to the court how the situation goes because maybe you were embarrassed about it or frustrated with it, but now it's a time for you to fully speak your truth. And again, if that has to do with on your side of it, because it could run either way. If this is the things that you've dealt with that you're not so proud of, your shadow energy work, just own it. Just own it and do better. But if this is somebody that you're dealing with, do understand that they're going to continue to take advantage for as long as they can. This devil energy being in the future is an energy of someone who doesn't want to change and doesn't intend to change. So if you're dealing with, this right in my eye. If you're dealing with somebody making a lot of promises, of course, if they're making come to the court and you're sitting there rolling your eyes, there's not a whole lot you can do about that. But there is a lot you can do about trusting them if they come to you directly. All right, and just be careful at this time because there's a lot of dishonest energy of somebody promising you the world and just placating you and actually not doing it. All right, so don't get trapped in that energy. And if you're in that energy, make your way out of it because you can't fool karma. You can tell everybody in the world, oh, I quit drinking, I don't drink anymore, but you're alone with your soul and you're alone with your thoughts, and again, no judgment here. We're all on our own journey, but that's the kind of energy that's coming through. All right. And because this is a little bit of a deep reading, I'm going to pull a couple more cards for you guys to see if we can get additional information. Because who really wants to end on the devil? Nobody. Again, it's nothing to be afraid of. These are change that we directly cause ourselves. And it also could be a timing issue. Again, something coming back to deal with this situation towards the end of December, the beginning of January. Yeah. All right. So Four of Swords, just needing to rest and recover. So I'm not going to dismiss the fact that we have recovery here along with addiction. Okay. So again, if this is on your end, it would be a time to get some rest and do some healing work around that. Otherwise, this could be a short illness or just needing to have some rest. The Four of Swords is the warning before it becomes the Nine of Swords, okay? Four of Swords untreated becomes a Nine of Swords. So if it's time for you to take a break, to get some rest, to recover, to do some healing, don't cheat yourself that time that your body needs to heal, or your heart, or your soul, or addictions, or whatever that is for you. Three of Cups in reverse is like really no reason to celebrate, right? You have the Three of Cups upright, and this is like celebrations and partying, and you have this in reverse, so no reason to celebrate. Or again, because I do feel like this is for one specific person battling addictions, you might have to stay away from certain crowds at this time while you get your strength back. And that's, again, if you need help, reach out to this specific people for those things. There's communities, there's people that can help, okay? Because the other cards you have is just a lot of burdens, okay? The Ten of Wands is just sitting under all of these burdens, all of this guilt, all of this self-hate, all of this crap, okay, that's been going on. It's very heavy and you need to put it down. The good thing is the tens are ends of cycles, okay? So you are coming to the end of this chapter, whatever this is. I love that the Sun card's here because it does have positive expectations. You know, you are not alone, you are connected, but this could be a really roller coaster emotional time to navigate. So make sure that you're giving yourself downtime, time to recover, time to spend time with, you know, your very best friend, you know, having conversations, feeling better, getting things off your chest, because there will be a choice to make. Okay, this is in reverse right now because it hasn't happened yet. But this is being at a crossroads and having to make a decision. All right. And I feel like this decision is a little bit closer to that December, January timeline, which I know is a big push off from what we're doing now. And it's not normally how far we go in these pick a card readings, but because, again, this feels like a very specific message for a very specific person. Good luck, and I hope everything goes well. And please, if this is you and you've struggled with this, just forgive yourself and just do better, right? But if it's somebody else, don't necessarily, you can forgive them and you can be graceful, but please don't invite them back into your life if you can help it, because it's a very toxic energy, and sometimes we're tempted to fall back to the familiar or to be comfortable in our own pain, and that might be a situation that you might be dealing with as well. So I hope this works out for you. Take some time, be introspective, decide what you want, and, you know, hopefully this will pass. Okay, this is a very important life lesson and lifetime that you're going to learn a lot from on your spiritual journey. Good luck.